In this session, we will discuss case studies of GLP non-compliance and its consequences. GLP, or Good Laboratory Practice, is not just about following rules. It is about ensuring that laboratory data is accurate, reliable, and trustworthy. When laboratories do not follow GLP requirements, the consequences can be very serious. It can affect patients, animals, companies, and even public health. In this session, we will look at some real-life examples and understand why GLP compliance is extremely important. Let us start with one of the most famous cases in laboratory history. In the 1970s, a laboratory called Industrial Biotest Laboratories (IBT) conducted safety studies for many products. Investigators later discovered that the laboratory had hidden important findings and manipulated test results. There were false records, poor calibration practice, and fabricated data. Because of this fraud, regulators lost confidence in the laboratory studies. The scandal became one of the major issues for introducing good laboratory practice regulations. The lesson from this case is simple: false data can lead to wrong decisions and may put public safety at risk. Now, let us look at a recent example. During an inspection of investigation found something unusual. Records show that the same technician was weighing animals in two different locations at the same time. This was physically impossible. It is clearly indicated that records had been created without actually performing the work. As a result, the company voluntarily suspended all FDA-related testing activities for 3 years. This case teaches us that data integrity is very important. Every record must represent actual work performed. The most important reason for GLP complaints is patient safety. This slide discusses a pharmaceutical case involving contaminated cough syrup. Due to poor quality control and inadequate compliance practice, unsafe products reaches patient. Sadly, children lost their lives because of these failures. This reminds us that laboratory work is not just paperwork. Every result generated in the laboratory can directly or indirectly affect human lives. When quality systems fail, patients suffer. Therefore, compliance is not only a regulatory requirement but also a responsibility towards society. Another important example: FDA inspectors identify several problems during inspection. Some of the observations include dirty laboratory premises, missing veterinary records, poor animal care practices. In addition, animal welfare concerns were reported because many international companies depended on data generated from this facility. Questions were raised about the reliability of their studies. This shows that poor laboratory practices can affect not only one organization but also many clients and stakeholders. A small compliance issue can become a global concern. Many warning letters issued by regulators are caused by similar problems. Some common reasons include poor study director oversight. When study directors do not properly supervise studies, errors may go unnoticed. Missing raw data. If records are incomplete or missing, regulators cannot verify the study results. QA failures. If the quality assurance team does not perform inspections properly, problems remain hidden. Equipment issues. Using instruments that are not calibrated or validated can generate incorrect results. Most complaints failures happen because basic systems are not followed properly. Regularity actions usually happen in stages. First, inspectors may issue a Form 483. This means observations were found during inspection. If the organization does not correct these issues, the next step may be a warning letter. A warning letter is more serious and becomes public information. Further, non-compliance may result in restrictions or regulator lists that can affect business operations. So, one small problem can slowly become a major crisis if corrective actions are not taken promptly. That is why organizations should address findings immediately. Non-compliance can be very expensive. Financial losses. Companies may face legal expenses, penalties, cancelled contracts, and business losses. Career impact. Senior management, study directors, and QA personnel may face disciplinary action and legal consequences. Reputation damage. Building trust takes years. Losing trust can happen in a single inspection. Once regulators and clients lose confidence in a company, rebuilding reputations become very difficult. Therefore, prevention is always better than correction. The good news is that most complaints issue can be prevented. Validate equipment. All instruments should be properly qualified and calibrated before use. Strong QA team. The quality assurance unit should be independent and capable of identifying issues early. Stay inspection ready. Organizations should maintain proper documentation every day. Trainings, record, SOPs, study records, and calibration records should always be updated. Remember, inspection readiness should be a daily habit, not a last minute activity. As we come to the end of the session, let us remember one important point. GLP is not just about documentation, it is about protecting patients, ensuring animal welfare, and maintaining trust in scientific data. Every record, every observation, and every experiment matters. Good science alone is not enough. Good science must also be properly documented, verified, and conducted within integrity. Always remember, no compromise on data integrity, no compromise on quality. That is the true purpose of good laboratory practice. Thank you everyone for your attention. I hope these case studies helped you understand why GLP compliance is essential and why even small deviations can lead to serious consequences. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section.